Okay, welcome back everybody. What we're going to do, I've talked about the Y20 and gluing on these features, and I have glued them on, did a little extra carving on them, and glued these down. What I've decided to do to make my life a little easier, I've decided to use Model Magic for the top part, because I wanted to give Frankenstein an extra lip outside over his head, kind of sticking out and flat on the top. It's kind of to add just more dimension to the head. So what I did was mold this, and I mean it's just simply molding it. It doesn't look very attractive right now. It's kind of hard because it's being overexposed a bit, the white. But you can see that it's kind of a little bit, you know, it's not smooth. It's kind of hard to get this stuff really smooth. And you know what? I'm covering it with the fleece. So these little kind of, you know, unevenness, it's just a little bit, not a lot, will smooth out once the fleece goes over it. So I don't panic too much about whether, you know, it's really smooth or not for this part. These I've kept quite square because he's Frankenstein, so I don't want him to look smooth and really, you know, buffed, I guess you would say. I want him to look kind of jagged and square because that's, you know, that's kind of the image I'm going for. So I'm going to take the eyes off right now. I just placed them on temporarily to see how things went, and you can see that I've also carved out little grooves for the eyes to fit in, and this will be all covered with the fleece, which you'll see in the videos down the road. So anyways, I have made this. I put it on a pole so that I wouldn't flatten out, and molded and let it dry overnight. And it normally doesn't stick. If it sticks a little bit to the foam, I just press it in like this, and because your head's made out of foam, so you can safely, and it'll pop off. And now we've got this ring, and what I'm going to do is glue it on. And I mean, the procedure of gluing it on is what we've been doing this whole time, and I'm going to just
I have a question about the nose, whether you are shaving the nose down yet.
No, I have not shaved the nose down yet at all. No, I'm going to get to that stage. I was just temporarily placing things to see whether the eyes will work, all that sort of stuff. So I do that a lot, and trust me, I'll be doing it probably 100 more times before I finally am happy. So yes, that was a temporary moment to check things out, get an eyeball idea. So here we are, straightforward, applying the glue around the top of the head. This is again the contact cement. I'm using the green stuff, so I don't need to wear a mask or anything because it's pretty safe to use inside. So I'm going to leave that dry, and I will again apply the glue to both surfaces because that's what you need to do with contact cement.
They're asking if the Model Magic will crack over time or melt or soften with the head.
It possibly could, but with the fabric and the foam reinforcing it, I have had no issues at all. But it could potentially break, absolutely.
Yes, Daryl's wearing gloves to protect his hands from the latex.
You don't normally, but I'm being a role model. Oops, we're taping. You're supposed to wear gloves, but I'm not always the person to wear gloves. I like feeling the stuff, but anyways.
And Daryl uses the water-based adhesive. This is the water-based, correct, Daryl?
That's right. It is water-based, so it's a lot safer to use. So I'm going.
Yeah, it's not quite as toxic.
Yeah, that's right. I am right now. I am right now drawing behind the head. The glue on the head. And I have to say there might be more of a risk of it breaking of this because it's round. Normally I just stick it on one side, or like a nose or a bump in the face, so it won't be as big. There could be a bigger risk, but you know, you've got to take care of these puppets. They're handmade no matter what, and yeah, you've just got to make sure that they don't get crushed. You know, you keep them up and out of the way. So anyways, here we go. I am now going to get this glued on. So it's even. All the way around. And I leave it on the foam. If I was doing a facial feature like the eyebrows, I would place the magic model right here, and I would leave it dry, formed to the foam overnight until it dried hard, because it'll glue down much easier. It'll really take on the shape of the wherever you're placing it. So that's important, to allow it to dry, you know, really well, hard, and before you take it off. So there we go. So there's the top of the head, and it is ready to go. So there's, just going to dry it a little more. I think it's on there quite well. Yeah. So I will let it dry for a bit more before I continue covering the puppet, which is now the next step, since I'm happy with all the features and how they came out.